Welcome to another weekly Wednesday podcast brought to you by HACSU, our Health and Community Services Union, the largest in Tasmania actually, and over 100 years old. This week it's 10,000 members, 10,000 stories, and we love getting to know the members, your contribution to HACSU. Obviously, HACSU only exists because of people like you, Tanya Clifford.
Hello.
Thanks so much for joining us.
That's okay.
Now, you've just finished work.
Yep, just finished work.
And what do you do?
I'm a hospital aide at the Royal Hobart Hospital in the ED department. I am their equipment and storer.
And how long have you been in that role or various roles at the Royal?
I worked on maternity for 23 years.
Wow.
And then I got a little job in the Women's Health Clinic for 12 months. And then I applied for the ED job and I was successful.
That must be rewarding and challenging and heartbreaking, I can only imagine, all in one.
It is. It's a very rewarding job. I love it. Just self-accomplishment at the end of the day. And you feel like what you've done matters.
Well, you are literally saving lives.
Literally.
Yeah.
Or helping.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so how long have you been a member
Of HACSU.
Yeah.
Since I started work at the Royal.
And dare I
So
ask
25
you?
years.
Yes, 25 years. And over time, I know, was it last year, you're now part of the Committee of Management, which oversees an incredible bunch of wealth and knowledge that kind of oversees everything that happens within HACSU. What was that like?
Wow, that was amazing for me, like to even be like asked if I would be interested. I felt really honoured and, amazing. And, I'm really starting to feel comfortable with it now. When I first got there, I thought, I don't really know, whether to open my mouth or to say anything. But, I've come to learn now that, just relax and enjoy and just make decisions.
It's such important work, isn't it? And I love that that the Committee of Management are people that work in, it's not like this board that have no idea what you're doing, been there, done that. And it must be hundreds and hundreds of years worth of experience in that Committee of Management.
Oh, yeah, there is.
I hope you open your mouth now, though, do you, Tanya?
Yes, I do now.
Because
it's amazing. Like, I love it. And I really feel like that's actually, contributing to the union as well. Yeah, that goes along with all the knowledge that I've learned along the years as well.
So you must have seen a lot of problems around you, because I hear you're kind of like the eyes and the ears and the support network for so many people.
Yeah. Because we come underneath our NUMs, we're in the lower end of the scale. So they got their nurses, which are their top priority, and then they've got us underneath that. And then the cleaners are underneath that. So when you come down in the pecking chain, we're sort of the last ones to be acknowledged or,
And I hear that a lot. Like you can't have a hospital without cleaners. You can't have a hospital without like people that cook the food as well.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
But we're all down that lower end of the scale sort of thing. You're sort of seen and not heard sort of thing. Yeah. At the moment, I'm working with the union just to try and see if we can get some meetings, and so the hospital aides do feel supported, because at the moment they're not being supported. I understand that their NUMs are very busy, and my NUM's very busy as well. But, like she'll walk past and she'll say hello and how you going, and, but some hospital aides don't even get that, so, so they're all struggling, and I think we just need to have a meeting and get it out there, and so they can vent, some of their frustrations, or, someone to talk to.
It's about feeling heard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's such important work that you do.
Yeah, because if we don't clean the beds and, the bed spaces, they don't have rooms at the hospital. It's as simple as that.
And I think back to COVID as well. What was that like?
That's a terrible time for everybody in the hospital, And still now, I'm in the ED, and still now we have to wear surgical masks. I'm getting pimples I'm almost 60, getting pimples from the mask. But, COVID was a terrible time. And because our cleaning had to advance and, definitely, definitely had to stretch the resources, put it that way. And then with the staff coming down with COVID as well, that doesn't help.
It must have been a scary, uncertain time.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about people being in the face of it, you were.
Yeah.
The rest of us could go home and lock ourselves in. But you were like running towards the fire.
Yeah, yeah.
It must have been. How did you cope through that?
Well, you just did it, like half the time you were the only one on the road going to work because, no one else was, they were all locked up in their houses, being protected. And, we were in there with everybody, So, yeah.
I feel like there should have been a new appreciation and an understanding of just how important your work is. Yeah. Do you think that happened?
No. It's the same as usual, just get on and do it. Yeah. Our recognition.
So being with HACSU was it just something when you walked in, you're like, I'm going to be a part of a union? Because I've seen it so many times here within this office that it really is, God, you've got a lot on your side. There's lawyers and there's people that know the system in and out and phone calls, heated conversations with politicians. Yeah. It must be an amazing thing to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
And how have you helped others around you? Because I do get this. I know you're quite modest, but that you really are the eyes and the ears, as I said before, and the support for so many in that place.
I think it's just a rapport that you build with the other staff members, like I don't repeat anything they say, so, you keep it quiet, on the quiet. If they ask you to keep it quiet, I don't tell anybody. And I think that, you learn trust that way. Yeah. And like I'm always there to offer support and I always know what to do. Like one of the staff members come today, she's having a problem with her sick leave being signed off. So I'm going to forward all that to the union and say, hey guys, can you just look into this for me for a staff member, So, yeah. So, I don't mind getting off my backside and helping out wherever I can.
And that's the other thing I've discovered too is it's a lot. It's not even just, which are huge, important issues, as we've seen with ambulance ramping and so many others, but it's the smaller things too, isn't it? Yeah. I've spoken with members that didn't even know they were entitled to a paid meal allowance, and they'd been there for a decade until they joined the union. It's all of those rights that you have.
Absolutely, yeah, it is, yeah, and that's the why HACSU have been lucky to build as much as they have because, they do offer things on the side. You get discounts and all that kind of thing if you're a member. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people don't even know the member discounts that you get from groceries to movie tickets. There's a whole list. So what are some of the things that you are fighting for alongside with HACSU or some plans you've got for the future?
Well, we just want to be recognised for what we do. And also there's also a HSO review going on with the Health Department at the moment. And I think that hospital aides really need to be looked at because at the moment we've got HSO 3s, HSO 4s, the cleaners are HSO 2s. I think it all needs to be revamped and hospital aides probably should be all on even par. We all do the same job, even though some might just work in a clinic, but they still have other responsibilities, So I think that, that really needs to be looked at. And, like Launceston and the Northwest, their statement of duties is different to ours. We're a statewide hospital. Why is, their duties different to ours that we should be on the same side, So that's another thing we're fighting for, to make sure that we're all on the same par. I talked to the girls from Launceston, the hospital aides in Launceston, and they've got completely different jobs as what we have down here, unreal.
So it's not even standard.
No, across the whole board of the THS,
which makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all.
So I'm glad you're looking into that.
Yeah, we're looking into that.
With HACSU.
Yeah.
What about memorable moments? You must have a lot, but are there a couple that stand out that you just go, oh my God, I can't,
The Rights for Work, that was really good campaign. I loved that. Like the government was trying to change it and like, so we stood with the union. It was absolutely amazing. So, like you have a voice at work.
Yeah.
That was the main thing, I think, to make sure that you were heard, because they were trying to take all that away from us, and then we wouldn't have had a voice, Yeah.
That's just so shocking. My nephew has a voice.
Yeah.
Trust me, I hear it a lot when I'm trying to get him to bed.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a voice.
They should.
Yeah.
And that's what the government was trying to do, just take that away, Yeah, so at least, we won that. And then the break the 2% pay cut, yeah, pay rise.
Pay rise. I was going to say, God, I hope the union's not getting you less money.
No.
I'll be asking for a refund.
Yeah, no, 2% pay rise.
Yeah. What about any advice you'd have to any other members out there that are struggling, or even people that aren't members yet? What would be that one bit of advice that you would give?
Join the union and you will develop a voice and courage and confidence, and, yeah, you won't look back.
You just gave me goosebumps. Oh, Tanya Clifford, it's been such a treat to chat with you and to share your experience over those 20 plus years, and congratulations being part of the Committee of Management now. Very lucky to have someone like you overseeing stuff like that. So thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks very much, Esther.